Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today guys, I'll be doing a quick glam for an event I'm going to. You guys, if you're new here, if you see my face for the first time, my name is Isabel Omahi. Please just subscribe to this channel and do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Hey guys, so I'll be starting with my sunscreen. This is the Skin Aqua sunscreen, and I'm just going to be blending this in. I have done my prep already. I have done my moisturizer, I have done my essence, and yes, you guys, there's a prep video, just go watch that. So after doing my prep, I did my sunscreen because it's a day event and you always need to apply sunscreen before your makeup. You guys, you need to use your sunscreen. This is an SPF 50. So after doing this, I'm going in with my Becca primer, and I'm just going to be using this on my T-zones, my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and I feel like I get a bit oily on my cheekbones, so just a very little bit would go there, but the remaining part of my skin, I will not be applying this primer. You guys, I have braces on, so if my talk is a little bit funny, forgive me. I'm still trying to get used to it, so please bear with me. Now I'm going in with my orange corrector. This is from LA Girl, and I'm just going to be applying that on the parts I have hyperpigmentation, which is my jaw, and yeah, mostly I get hormonal acne on my jaw, so yeah, I always have hyperpigmentation that time of the month, you know. There's always acne on my jaw, so I'm just gonna blend this in, and then I'm going in with my foundation. I showed you guys this foundation is my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, the luminous foundation, and Hudabeauty cinnamon. Guys, you already know this is my go-to foundation if I'm looking for that glam look. Like, this foundation does not miss. Like, this combo does not miss. Like, it's a hit back to back. Look at the, oh my god. Look at the blend. Look at the color. Look at the coverage. Yo. Okay, I like to mix these two because one is dewy, one is matte. I put a little bit of the matte one though, so I don't go too much. I like that dewy effect, so that's why I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous foundation. Yep. Now I'm going in for my concealer. And for my concealer, I'm using the aucoin in SX12, and I'm mixing that with my This Way, that's from Too Faced, concealer in Golden Beige. Applying this under my eyes, you know, the center of my nose, my jaw, you know, those places that lights are gonna be hitting the highlight point. Now I'm going in with my eye magic palette, and I'm just using this pink lip color as my cream blush, and I'll blend it together when I'm blending my concealer. Guys, now I'm blending the concealer in. Yeah, I left it for a second to, you know, just get a bit more tacky, so it gives a little bit more coverage. But can you see that I used the mix I mixed, I did not make it too light. It's kind of just a little bit lighter than me. I'm still going to apply a brighter concealer, but I just wanted it to blend seamlessly, even if it's highlighting, but I didn't want it to give me that overly white highlight. Right now, I'm blending my cream blush, and I'm just dabbing it. So I applied my concealer, and I also applied my cream blush, and I just blended both of them simultaneously. Just picked up this technique. What video did I watch? Okay, I watched a Kevin Long live video, and I feel like this is the technique he uses, so I just picked it up in case you feel, oh, there's a little bit of change in my technique. Yes, a little bit. I picked it up. You guys always watch other moas live, or whatever tutorials you see on any other moa, watch. Seriously, even if you think you know it all, there's always something to learn. So I put in a bit of the concealer under my eyes, and now I'm using my black opal stick foundation in Beautiful Bronze, and I'm just going to be using to give a little bit of a contour. It's kind of a warm shade, so it's not a dark contour. It's just blends it perfectly. You can see the part. I just put it under my cheekbone and a little bit on my nose, and I'll be blending all that. So yeah, I'll take your time to keep blending, blend. So I'm going to be spraying my hydrating spray from Merak to seal that up, and after that, once it dries down, I'll be setting my face with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And you guys, you already know this process. I'm just going to be taking a little bit and I'm just going to be pressing it on those parts I highlighted under my eyes. I always start there, and then my forehead, middle of my nose, my jaw, and the corners of my mouth. So I'll just be pressing it. I always go little by little. You can use a powder puff or you can use a small brush, just something you're comfortable with that, you know, we go in all those corners. And after blending, after setting, I'm going to be using my powder puff to take a little bit of this translucent powder and set everywhere. I do this when I feel like I'm going for a day event and I might get a bit oily or sweat, because I don't want to apply primer all over my face. Once I do this, it sets my makeup perfectly, and even if I dance from now till next year, my makeup would not bulge. I promise you, or try this tip, my makeup would not bulge, I promise. I'm going with my MAC MSF powder. This is in dark and I'm using it to bronze all those parts I bronzed. And after, now what I'm doing is going in with my Morphe Totally Tan face palette, and I'll be using the blush from that palette to blush my face, applying it on that part I applied my cream blush, and I'm just taking it higher. Also going in with the contour powder from there, and I'm just setting that contour I did. Now going in with the Sacha buttercup powder, I'll be baking. Now I get to apply a lot more powder on my face, and I wanted to use a yellow powder. I could bake with a white powder, but I preferred to use the yellow powder because it kind of gives a yellow tint, which I would love for my skin tone, other than a white. Anyone works though, sometimes I use the white to bake too, but I prefer to use a yellow powder to bake. That's it. Guys, I'll be going in with my Tara eyeshadow base, and I'll be applying that all over my lid to prep my lid for eyeshadow. So today I'm gonna be doing a green eyes, but it has a smoky base. Most times I know I would like to use a green smoky base, but I went with a brown smoky base instead. I'm using that shade from my Subculture palette, Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, as my transition shade, and I'll be applying it all over my crease. And I'll just take my time blend that, and after blending that, I'm going to be going in with a brown eyeshadow from the Morphe palette. Any brown eyeshadow actually works, so yeah, just use any brown eyeshadow, and I'll just apply that all over my lid. This will be my base color for my pigment, my green pigment. So the green pigment I use is not quite green. It's kind of like, it reflects. Sometimes it reflects blue, purple, green, but the base is actually more of a green tint than any other color. So you'll see what it looks like though. So now I'm just going to be using a little bit of the darker brown just on the outer corner of this brown, and I'll just be blending it upwards. You guys, I like to take my time to blend. So yes, I just keep blending and then keep looking and making sure there's no harsh line. Everything looks good and the shape is coming out the way I want. I always like to go in with a shape that kind of looks like it's arcing. Yeah, it just gives my eye a lift. So I love to do that. And now I'm going in with that brown underneath my eyes, and I'll be smoking my under eye area. So I'm just blending that out and smoking it up. Now I'm going in with my NYX primer, and I showed you guys the pigment. That's the Luztaz pigment in Fancy. So that's the pigment I'll be applying, but right now I'm applying my NYX glitter glue all over. And now you guys, how beautiful is this shade? When I say it's a tint of green and kind of gives the purple, like it reflects purple, it reflects blue, but the dominant color is actually green. Yo, this shade is so beautiful. I love. I know I usually shy away from doing a lot of pigments and glitters on my eyes, but I was like, girl, go all out. Go all out and pop. And y'all know that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So right now I'm applying that same shade underneath my eyes too, because I want that green to also be underneath my eyes. And going in with this black from my Kamsi Goddess palette, I'll be using it to smoke the outer corners of my eyes. So I'm just going to be applying that at the outer corners of my eyes, and I'll just take a little bit to the crease. I won't go upwards, just in that parts that the green pigment stopped, that line, I'll just blend it a little bit. But first of all, I will just go in the outer corners and smoke that part out. So I'm taking my time to blend. And I'll also take a little bit of the black to the outer corners of my under eye too, just to make sure that part is also well smoked. And now I'm using this Inglorious silver glitter, and I'm just going to use it to give my inner corners of my eyes a little pop. This makes a whole lot of difference already, like it just pops. Now I'm just going in with my concealer and I'm just cleaning up that area so it just has a very sharp look and it looks perfectly blended. And I'll also be setting that part with my setting powder. And now I feel like the look was a bit too bluish, or I don't know, so I just went in with that green from that palette just to make sure that green is literally dominating this eye. And I feel like it came out beautifully. And now I'm lining my eyes with the Merak Cosmetics black pencil. And now I'm lining the top of my eyes with the NYX Epic Liner. And I just take my time to line my eyes because my eyes are so small. My eyes is literally a chore to line. I love doing my skin. I actually love applying eyeshadow, but applying lashes, I take my time. It's terrifying. Now I'm using my Dabel palette powder. I use that shade, which is my shade, and I'm just blending all the powder out and dusting it all off. Except the one under my eyes, I'll be using a different powder for that. So I'm just dusting it off. Remember your neck, do not forget your neck. Blend. And yeah, now I'm using the Sephora powder in sand. And that's what I'm using to blend out this powder. Take out all those powder under my eyes and blend it out. And it's just going to leave a beautiful finish. How is this look coming together? Like, I feel like it's really coming together. The eyes are really looking lovely. Oh, before I forget, this is the one lashes. No, this is not one. This is Wynk lashes in Beautified. Yo, I love these lashes. I love it. It's just so short. It's small, just like my eyes. It's small and it just pops exactly the way it should. Beautiful. Now I'm applying blush on my face, and I just applied the blush all over to the high area, and I just sprayed my face with this Kiss Beauty spray. Going in with that palette, the Dabel powder palette, I'm just be applying that shade to contour my nose. I just used a little bit. I did not want my nose contour to be strong. I feel like it's not the best look for me when my nose contour is so strong. So I just, just blend it. Now I'm lining my lips with Beautylinebydidi. This is the brown lip pencil. It's beautiful. And after going in over with that lip liner, I'm using another lip liner. This is the NYX Urban Cafe lip liner. I feel like this shade is just so gorgeous. So it's like the perfect brown for me. I don't know, but it's so beautiful and so pigmented. NYX, I'm making some dope lip liner, and this is one of it. Urban Cafe, I love it. Now I'll be using my Kamsi lip stain in 02, and I'll be applying this shade all over. This is a peach shade, and I'll be blending out with my brush. And after blending this, I'll be using a little bit of a purple. It's not really purple, it's a dark purple from my Eye Magic palette, just to blend that lip liner. I'll just use it to blend it a bit. Now I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter, and I'll be applying that on just my nose. So I will not be applying highlighter on my face, on my cheekbone. No, I just want it to stay kind of matte. I don't want any blush there. Now I'm using these two lip glosses, a classic lip gloss and the Fenty gloss bomb. I'll be using the classic for the part I lined, using the Fenty for the inner part of my lips. You guys, I love this combo for lip. It's so beautiful. My hair wax to just brush my brows upwards so they stay in place, because my brows they don't love to stay in place at all. They just love to dance around. They dance around. So I'm just trying to make sure they are staying in place, and this hair wax holds it. If the hair wax is not working for you, you could use a lash glue. It works perfectly. You guys, what do you think about this look? Ooh. I'm serving face. Ooh. Now I want to change up. This is my little girl. Look at that earring, matching. It's giving that emerald vibe. How gorgeous does this look? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a huge thumbs up. Love you guys.